I hope you're having a most amazing day. Well, it may not be going the way you want it to, but if you look above you, you see the sky and the sun or maybe some clouds, and you look below you and your feet are planted firmly on the ground, and you can take a deep breath and you can look around at everything we take for granted. And even though the day may not be going the way you choose it to go, it's a most amazing day. That being said, read a blog the other day from a Spark friend. They kind of nudged me a little bit and said, hey, read this blog. And, when I first read it, I was kind of at a loss for words. I know you might find that hard to believe, but I was. Person, in summary, had gotten very, very close to their goal weight, hit the dreaded plateau, sustained an injury, and there they sat. They felt very, very frustrated. I mean, imagine being so close to something that you can see it and hear it, taste it, smell it, and you can't get there. You jump up and down, you shake, rattle, and roll, you do all the tricks you know how to perform, and you still can't get there. I'd be frustrated too. And I sat and thought about it, and actually I owe that person a huge debt of thanks. Because one of the things that went through my mind is that the only people who really get frustrated, the only people who really just kind of get fed up and wonder what they're going to do, are people like me and you, people who take action. Think about it for a few minutes. You sit on the couch at home, watch TV, and eat chocolates all day and all night. There's not a whole heck of a lot out there to challenge you, is there? I mean, there isn't for me. You're safe. You might be engaging in a lot of unhealthy lifestyle practices, but no one's going to challenge you. But when you get up off the couch, you start to stretch your goals. It would really be nice if we could click our heels 3 times and get everything we want, but we can't. And so we get frustrated. And from that frustration is maybe born a new strategy or a new way of looking at things. And I'm very grateful because I'd never looked at it that way. Suddenly that divine voice in my head said, by the way, John, have you ever? And I hadn't. Yeah, I'm probably more optimistic than a lot of people are about things. But that frustration is part of our human condition. Yes, I've been to the dreaded plateau. I wasn't as close as that person was to their goal weight, but I could kind of have started to see it, and I got very frustrated and very discouraged. So what did I do? Must be something wrong with you, John. Must be something wrong with the fact that you're frustrated and discouraged and we all do that number on ourselves, pull out the big rubber mallet and go boing, 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 boing. Injuries suck. Sedentary people don't get injured. Running a 5K October 2010, I did as described by the people running around me, one of the most spectacular falls they've ever seen in their life. I don't do anything halfway. Caught my foot on an expansion joint in a bridge and went flying forward. Tore my knee up. Emergency room doctor said he couldn't have taken all that skin off any better himself. Worst thing in the world about doing that is just the sting, and you really can't put a bandage on there. And if you know what I'm talking about. And I felt stupid. And I couldn't exercise for a couple weeks, and boy, I just really felt bad. And then I went back to starting work with my wonderful personal trainer, Jennifer. And she said, what'd you do? And I told her the whole sordid story, and she looked at me and grinned, put her hand on my shoulder, and she says, oh, good, now you're a runner. I say, why? You're a runner. See, now you're hurt. You can tell people, I did that running. So when I read my friend's blog the other day, for whatever reason, the insight Jennifer gave me popped into my head too. Gee, John, you're out there doing something. All our aches and pains and frustrations and despairs and confusion and everything else, that don't happen to people sit around and do nothing. Change your nutritional pattern? It sucks. On top of being really good looking, I read minds. It sucks to change your nutrition habits. I mean, if you're kind of used to eating a lot of carbs and sweets and meats and stuff that's really not good for you, yeah, and then somebody puts a summer squash in front of you, you don't do the happy dance right away. You get frustrated. Me too. It means you're doing something. I recorded this blog for me as much as anything else because I forget that. I forget that all my activity that sometimes doesn't look like it's producing a whole lot of results actually is a good indicator that I may be on the right path. So the next time I get frustrated, I'm going to take a real deep breath, look around me, and realize that it's easy to play it safe. It's easy to blame the rest of the world. It's easy to blame your physical condition. It's easy to blame a whole host of things. Good night, nurse. I could probably record a 45-minute vlog here about all the excuses I've made and the excuses I've heard as to why we haven't reached our goals. Get out there and do something. And because you are, it's the reason you get frustrated. You want more. See, you're starting to believe that you're worth all the effort you put into yourself. I'm worth all this. I'm worth more than this. I oughta ... You deserve to be successful. Heck, I deserve to be a size 0, or if you're a guy, a size 29 in pants or whatever. I deserve that. And you're frustrated when you're not. I hang around with all these most excellent people who work real hard and they pump iron and they run and they cycle or whatever your thing is. I'm frustrated. I want to be at that level. That don't happen sitting on the couch. It happens because, and I hate to use this word, but I really, really mean it, because it's used so much. You're a warrior. You're a hero. Okay, now, big question, and I ask this to myself as well as you as I look into this camera. If I believe it, how come you don't? Namaste, my friends. Have a blessed day.